YouTube, Pixel here with another video review, and today I'm filming something that makes me very happy to have, a very, very tall Sonic the Hedgehog figure. It is the Superposers line, Superposer Sonic, a very, very posable, gigantic, not that big, here's the Cablevision remote, Sonic the Hedgehog figure with over not 25, over 25 points of articulation. These Superposer Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic right there, the toy in there. You can see a beautiful picture of Sonic, and an even more beautiful picture of Sonic. And there's no bio or anything, that's okay. Love this picture, definitely keeping this cardboard. Sonic the Hedgehog, same picture on the other side. There's like one or two minor nitpicks that I kind of have with this thing, but I've been waiting to get this thing open, so I am going to do so. Alright, here we have the Superposer Sonic the Hedgehog figure out of his packaging. Now, well, first of all, let me apologize, because at some point or another during this review, my voice is going to give out. I have a very sore throat today. And second, the huge amount of happiness and excitement that I had when this guy was in the packaging, about half of it just went away after getting him opened, which really sucks. Right here, he looks great, and this is almost the only way you're going to get him to stand, because if someone were to just walk down here, or on my border, on the floor, he's going to go toppling over. This is the weakest jointed figure I have ever seen. Like, everything on here is just a big floppy mess. Now, I have four main problems with this figure, and I would like to address them so we can get the bad part of this review over with. The first part is his legs. Now, get these arms up. Now, the legs, they look absolutely fine, right? Well, they weren't when I got them out of the packaging. See how this one curves down like an arch, and they kind of make an arch? Well, this one was bending the same way as this one, so they were both going like this. Now, I'm like, oh, I mean, like, it was like this. They were both facing inward like that. I'm like, let me just turn it around. And I thought that fixed it. But then his kneecap was on the wrong side. And what this is, it's a pin joint, which isn't really just a pin. They thicken it on the outside so you can't get it out, which is smart. But I was able to pop his knee out, rotate it around, and pop it back in. Now, the weird thing is, I think I got two of the same thigh pieces, but separate feet. So, yeah, I got pretty much two left legs, which really sucks because now, I don't know how I'm going to be able to explain this, but, it's a whole floppy mess with his legs. If you guys get him in the packaging, look at it first, and if they're both going this way, you got a bad one. If they're both going like an arch, then you're good. So, that's my biggest complaint. Two of the complaints you can combine into one big one, which is pretty much the joints on this guy. The joints in this guy, yeah, they suck. Everything on here is extremely, you can see, like his knees, extremely loose. His legs, extremely loose. And not only are the joints weak, but they're extremely ugly, too. I mean, just look at that. And that's really ugly to look at all the time on such a cool-looking, almost cool-looking figure. So that's my third complaint, which I'm going to take one off. I'm going to combine the look and the looseness of the joints into one problem, being the joints. My last problem is, if I have a nice toy, or any toy at all, I hate it being greasy. Like, if I were to eat McDonald's and then touch my toys, I go into, like, shock. Like, not shock, but, like, a stasis mode, because I need to wash my hands before playing with my toys, or, well, not playing with them, touching them. And like, believe it or not, every time I touch my Masterpiece Optimus Prime, I have to wash my hands first. Yep, that's weird. No germs or anything, I just don't like it being dirty. But this Sonic figure, his head, when I got him out of the packaging, was the greasiest thing I've ever touched. Now, having him out for like a day of the packaging, and just rubbing him constantly, I've managed to pretty much get all the grease off of him, but you can still see it. Like, I wish I didn't do it, because I really want you to see how much grease was actually on here. And you can even still see some, like, right there, you can see that oily residue. I don't like that at all. Now, when, like, a while back when Family Guy figures were released, they all had that problem. Whether or not this is the same manufacturer, I don't know. Because nowhere on on these packagings for Sonic toys I got is there a company logo, except for, Jazzwares, made in China. So, whatever. And, I mean, this is what I would like the figure to look like. But, unfortunately, the figure looks absolutely nothing like that at all. But anyway, on to the positive part of this review. This is a very nice figure. Well, I still have one more complaint. The color of the skin in his stomach does not match the face. Really, I mean, it looks like it does on the camera, but this is a much darker color than this is. Yeah, other people's matches, mine doesn't. I think I got a bad copy overall. But anyway, let's run over the articulation. It says he has over 25 points. He doesn't have 25. He has over 25. I'm going to show you them. Now, I've counted so far like 26 about. So he has one ear, two ear. They move up and down like that. So that's 1, 2. And 4 spikes in the back of his head that each of them can move up and down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. And then he has his shoulders. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So, yeah, so far I've kind of like about 28 points on here. And I'm going to run through them again just so you can see them move. You can have his shoulders move pretty much on a ball joint, which is not a ball joint. Bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, hand moves, and the fingers move. So you can go get a classic come at me. But, the waist swivels. The hips are on this universal type ball joint. The knees bend. The ankles rotate. The ankles bend like that, and the feet rotate. Now, you could get this guy in some really cool poses, but because of the looseness of the joints and the weight of his head, you really can't, which really stinks. But I feel like I'm being too negative, so let's go on to the positive, really positive part of this review. This is a very cool Sonic figure. Sonic the Hedgehog is probably my favorite game-based character. Because like Transformers, they have video games, but they're more cartoon-based. Sonic the Hedgehog had a cartoon, but he really started his fame in like video games. So he's my favorite video game-based character. I just think he's incredibly cool. I've started to play through a couple, like a Sonic game, where I think he's the coolest is definitely Super Smash Bros. Brawl, my all-time favorite video game. But his head is very big and it weighs him down, but you can get some decent poses. Like before, I got some pretty neato ones like this, and they have other super poser figures. I've seen Super Sonic, I've seen Tails, I've seen Silver, I've seen Shadow, but that's pretty cool. So yeah, I might be getting those, but after getting this guy and just have him not live up to the potential I thought he had, I don't know. But as you can see, I'm shocked he's not falling down. Oh wait, yep, his legs gave out, and he's just a floppy mess. But it really is a cool figure. Nice painted mouth there, green eyes, just like Sonic has. And I'm gonna try to recreate the pose he has on the box. And one thing I don't like about his legs is you can't really get them to go back all that far at the... Oh, well, yeah, you can. This toy is just showing me up there in this review. And that's pretty much the pose he's on in the box. And I can just get him to stay like that, which I'm not going to be able to do. There's that pose I was talking about. So, yeah, really cool figure. If you're a diehard Sonic fan, you will like this. But really, I bought this because I really, really wanted a Sonic the Hedgehog figure. Just because I love Sonic so much. I think he's so incredibly cool. Yeah. You know, floppy, flop, 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 and, you know, giant head, which just spins all over the place. He's got his spikes on his back. I'm surprised the tail's not articulated. Like, they give him articulated hair spikes, which, if you really wanted to, you could rotate those down. All of them, and then rotate his ears down, and have a sad Sonic. Oh, poor Sonic. But, really cool. I love Sonic. I think he's the coolest thing ever. I mean, I think he is the fastest thing on 2 feet, because he runs at the speed of sound, probably faster than Accelerate from Ben 10. But, if I could just get him to stand. There we go. And now he's off center. That's just fantastic. But honestly, I really do like this Sonic figure. This was about somewhere between $20 and $30. If you have that kind of money, I want to recommend this figure, but I recommend it if you are willing to spend that money for a Sonic figure. I think there are pretty much better ones out there, like those little, like, 5-inch ones, which I have, like, right over there, which you'll see next week. But, it's just a big floppy mess. And, it's just, you could get so many cool poses out of him, but you can't because he's just so loose and he has so many, his head is gigantic. But there's nothing else I can really say about this figure, but it's a good figure. I mean, the blue looks nice, the skin looks nice, the gloves even look nice, even though they've got some paint smudges. They should have made it some articulated, but this is a very cool figure. Let's see here. There, he's dead. It's a very nice figure. If you're a big Sonic fan, I recommend him. I'm a gigantic Sonic fan. I'm not as big of a Sonic fan nearly as I am Transformers or Pixar or something like that. But I do like Sonic. I think he's very cool, coolest hedgehog ever. Very cool. Now, like I said, I do and I do not recommend him. I want to recommend him, but I really, it's hard for me to, it's hard for me to recommend him, but he's just about winning my recommendation. Like, seriously, maybe like one more problem and I take off the recommendation, but very cool figure. Check for that leg problem if you're going to buy him. Very much game accurate, cartoon accurate, depending on what cartoon you're talking about. But, Superposer Sonic guys, and I will be looking for more of these guys in the stores. I got him at Toys R Us. So, yeah, nothing else I can really say about this dude. So, yeah. Alright, guys, thanks for watching the review of the Superposer Sonic the Hedgehog figure, and have a great day.